Good morning, everyone. So, welcome to the vlog. And today I will talk about something that I learned yesterday. So, my approach has always been that I've always been a doer. Like, if I have to do something, I'll just go and do it, like, first try. And not go in too much about researching it and then trying to do it right. Not that kind of a person. But then yesterday I read a blog like, if you want to do great work, that then you have to actually not start from scratch. So what I usually do is, if I have to do something, then I'll just go ahead and start it. I will not think much about it. Like when I started these vlogs, I just put on the camera and started vlogging. That's my approach. I learn along the way, but I don't learn too much before I start, right? But then the approach that I learned yesterday is that you should learn by imitation. Like, you should look at the people who are the best at their craft, they're doing the best at what they're doing, and just learn from them. See what are the things that they're doing and take the best practices from them. Okay, so that will help you learn a lot. And if I had taken that approach, my vlogs would be a lot better already. So I have to learn from what are other people doing, right? And then do more of the same by imitating the best practices and then adding my own flavor to it. There comes in the originality part. So right now what I do is, everything is original. I'm not taking the best practices from anywhere. I'm not putting in time to learn the best practices from anywhere, and that probably is costing me in some way or the other, right? So this is a new approach that I've learned, that I'll start learning from imitation now, looking at the people who are the best in the business in whatever I want to do, and then taking the best practices from them. And not to say that I will wait to learn that and then I will start right away. Still, that is a good thing, but then along the way I will try my best to learn the best practices from others. It's a good practice to learn from others, because they would have made so many mistakes before they arrived at those. So you don't want to go through that learning curve yourself. If others have gone through that learning curve, you can just take it from them, right? Why do you want to make those mistakes yourself to be able to learn from them? Just learn from what others are doing. What works for others is also going to mostly work for you. Okay, and then you add your own flavor to it. Then you add your originality to it. Okay, so this is a lesson that I learned, and I'm going to try to apply it in my life and in my work, in whatever I do. And you can too. Okay. Also, another concept that I want to talk about. So there's lately some really interesting ideas going on in my head. So I'll just put it out anyway, right? It's not like I can only talk about one idea in a day, right? So another idea that I've going on in my head is that success isn't about success. It's more about failure, and it's more about the number of failures. If you're not succeeding, the reason most probably is that you haven't failed enough, or you haven't taken enough failures. Okay, so what the thing about failures is that you accept failure, and that is a failure. Failure in itself is not a failure. Failure in itself is only a path to success. But once you accept failure, that is when you fail. Okay, but if you keep taking failures one after the other, and it is only after you have taken an n number of failures that you are rewarded with success. That is how it works out. And it's surely not easy to take failures. It's really hard to take failures. But that is the only path to success, that you have to keep trying, you have to keep making better tries every time, and then keep failing, and then keep trying, not accepting failure anyway at any cost. Keep going, and then one day you're rewarded with success. Success is actually, it can be actually defined as that you have taken enough failures and now it's your time to succeed, right? So that is the thing about success and failures. You need to take enough failures to be able to succeed. Okay, so 2 interesting ideas I shared with you today. I hope you keep them with you and do good. Also, I woke up early today again, like around 5 a.m. And it's really chilly out here. But honestly telling you, it was really hard to wake up this early morning on a chilly morning. It's really hard to get out of bed. But I did it because it's kind of a festival, and also since we have to do some prayer and stuff. But now that I did it, now I went through that pain of waking up early and taking a shower very early in the day, it's actually more than worth it. Because now when I'm up on the terrace, I have the liberty to talk my heart out. On other days, it's really I can't really open myself up because there are other people on the terrace, and I can't ask them to go away, obviously. But once I'm all by myself, like early mornings, like right now, there's no one else at the terrace. I feel really good. Like the energy and the early morning wind, the breeze, it just has something else to it, and this can charge you up for the entire day, right? So this is definitely my thing. Even though it's hard to wake up early, once you wake up early, the benefits more than compensate for it, more than compensate for the pain of getting up. And also a good practice to follow if you're trying to wake up early is to sleep on time. And this is what most people forget. Don't try to wake up early by force. That is not going to be good for your body. If you really want to wake up early, go after sleeping on time, eating on time, and then going to bed on time. Don't use phone at night. A good practice is reading a physical book at night just before you go to sleep. That can put you to sleep. Books can really put you to sleep, and I know that ever since school, because whenever I picked up a book, I was sleeping. I felt sleepy. It just works. It's like magic. Okay, so always keep a book by the bedside. Don't use your phone at night. Only read that book, and once you feel sleepy, you can close that book, put a bookmark in, and then go to sleep. Okay, that's all I wanted to talk about this morning, and I'll see you later. Have a great day. Okay. Also, since we are here, I'll show you some plants that are there on our terrace. I don't really know the names of these. I only know some of these. Like this one. This one is aloe vera. And what else do I know about? Actually, I don't know anything about these, but they look good. Okay. And there are some more of these. So when we come to the terrace, and this is what, banana, right? Yeah, it's that, the banana tree. And whenever we come to the terrace, my and this one is tulsi. It's a little dried up, but okay. So when we come to the terrace, my mom tells me that what is each one of these. She tells me that okay, this plant is this one, and then this one, and this one is curry patta. I don't know what to call it in English, but yeah, it's put in food. All right. So whenever we come to the terrace, mom teaches me. It tells me that what are each one of these, but I don't make any effort to memorize that. Okay, and I don't remember any of that. But that's that. Okay, let's say good morning to the plants. Get started with our day. Okay. Google's 20% rule shows exactly how much time you should spend learning new skills and why it works. Most people spend every second of their workday trying to keep up with their calendar and to do lists, attending meetings, responding to emails, racing to meet deadlines. This makes it difficult to set aside time to explore ideas that interest us or learn new skills. And during a time when it's impossible to predict how our jobs and industries will evolve, expanding our expertise is what gives us a competitive edge in the long run. How can we ensure we make the time to stay ahead? Enter Google's 20% time rule, the concept made popular when Google went public in 2004. To encourage our employees, in addition to the regular projects, to spend 20% of their time working on what they think will most benefit Google. Founders Sergey Brin and Larry Page wrote in their IPO letter. This empowers them to be more creative and innovative. Many of our significant advances, like AdSense and Google News, have happened in this manner. Sure, it's easier said than done, but no one is going to hand you development opportunities on a platter. You need to seek them out proactively. Here's how. Number one, clearly identify what you want to learn. The key here is to be as specific as possible about the skill you want to build. So instead of taking 10 courses on 10 different topics, develop mastery in just one. You'll see faster improvement over time, which will motivate you to continue. And genuine expertise, for example, in writing great sales copy or programming in a new coding language, may ultimately boost your value to your employer or lead to a side income stream. Win, even if you lose. This is the ultimate way to make sure your 20% time doesn't go to waste. Figure out the minimum benefit you'll get out of a given situation or opportunity, even if nothing else breaks your way. It might be exposure to a new industry, making connections in a different region, or practicing valuable skills like public speaking and clear communication. If the minimal outcome alone sounds intriguing, then the project is likely a good bet. Be flexible and committed. Protecting your 20% time is like maintaining a diet. It's good to be disciplined, but sometimes you need to bend the rules and be flexible. Client emergencies or impromptu staff meetings may prevent you from spending the time you have allocated in your calendar, and that's okay, as long as you make a point to reschedule it and keep that commitment. The point isn't that you have to do your 20% time every Thursday afternoon. The point is to do it, period. Look for ways to make it fun. It takes effort to guard your 20% of the time, and it's a lot harder to maintain that willpower if you're doing is homework and rigorous training session. You may need a hardcore dose of the willpower periodically because in any discipline there are some challenging elements you'll have to master. But if difficult tasks are the only thing you do, you may grow bored or frustrated and want to quit. There are plenty of ways to make your 20% time enjoyable, such as listening to audiobooks while taking a walk, having informational interviews while colleagues over a nice lunch, or taking a course with a friend. Think in decades, just like with an investment in the stock market. When you invest time in your 20% projects, the power of compound interest is dramatic. What at first seems small and meaningless can enable you to put massive distance between you and your competitors. The gift of the 20% time, especially when we think it's decades, is that even if we ultimately change our plans and decide on a different course, small steps we take now compound over time and give us more options in the future. Dory Clark is a marketing strategist. Okay, this is about the author. Dory Clark wrote this, and it's on the CNBC.com website. You can search it by the title and enter CNBC.com to find the article. Very interesting read on a very interesting practice that Google has implemented in its own company. That it tells its employees to allocate 20% of the time of their work in developing new skills that and working on projects that they think could benefit the company. So they are free to work on any project as long as they think that it's a potentially great opportunity for the company. Okay, that was the blog for today. See you later. Hey, so that was the day from my side. Now I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.